Sure, you can always shop around for flooring, but in the end, it all leads back to the one place you probably should have started, the experts at Carpet One. Save yourself the time and the hassle and let Carpet One help you find the right product at the right price. Beautifully installed, guaranteed. Come see the One, Carpet One, on the Business Loop in Columbia.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Friday, December the 16th. Got my friend Dr. C.B. Chastain with us from the University of Missouri
Veterinary Health Center.
Veterinary Health Center. I haven't got that new title in my head yet.
I have to stop and think.
Right. But we thought today we'd talk about, with Christmas less than a week away, Christmas puppies. That's not a good idea, is it?
Well, it's not a good idea for some people, but I wanted to explain why. There's a period between 3 weeks and 14 weeks that's extremely critical in the learning process of puppies. And during that period, well, they need to be exposed to everything that they may be exposed to the rest of their life, like different ages of people, different races of people, cats, different locations. It's a serious half-time job, if not a full-time job.
So that's between the ages of what?
Well, it starts at 3 weeks, and that's, see, their ears and eyes don't open until they're about 3 weeks of age, so all they're doing is kind of wiggling around and trying to find milk until that point. And at that point, then they can see and hear, and they start playing with their litter mates, and that's pretty much their job until they're about 5 weeks of age. After 5 weeks of age, they start looking at the rest of their environment and who's out there. And at that time, people need to be deeply involved in what they're exposed to and how they're exposed to it. Like I mentioned, that they need to be around different ages. They need to be around children if they're ever going to be around children again. But the children that they're around need to handle them very gently so that they learn the right responses when they're young. And that will carry through for the rest of their life. If you wait until after they're 14 weeks of age, their ability to understand that gets less and less and less. It's not abruptly lost, but that I can't overemphasize how important that period between 5 weeks and 14 weeks is in exposing.
I didn't realize that.
Yes.
But now, as far as giving a puppy as a gift at Christmas time, I always thought that wasn't a good idea.
Well, it isn't unless you know that the person that's going to receive the puppy is going to contribute the time and the effort into exposing them to everything they ought to be exposed to.
So you don't want to just surprise somebody with a puppy. That's not good.
Another thing about puppies is that they need to go out about every 2 hours. You know, and remember, this is going to be January that we're talking about. So unless you're committed to going out and watching them and encouraging them after they eliminate outside every 2 hours, then you shouldn't be getting a puppy in December.
Right.
Now, some people are willing to do all that, and that's fine. If they want to if they're getting a Christmas puppy, then that's great.
Okay, but you need to use common sense there.
Right.
Common sense. The other thing, we're just about out of time here, CB, but there are some dangers around the holidays for
Chocolate
dogs.
Candies are really dangerous for puppies.
Ornaments can be dangerous
Ornaments,
too.
right.
If you
even
put
Christmas trees.
Yeah, or tinsels on the tree.
Right, foreign objects they can swallow and have obstructions to their digestive system.
And a lot of that is just common sense too.
Yeah.
All right, but if people...
Well, sense, I don't know how common it is.
All right, if people want more information on this, what can they do?
They can call the veterinary health center.
You forgot the name too.
That's right.
The University of Missouri Veterinary Health Center.
Right.
And the telephone number is?
882-7821.
Okay, 882-7821. Dr. C.B. Chastain, thank you for coming by.
Paul.
And tell your lovely wife, Joyce, hi, and to cheer up there.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, hard to cheer up, but cheer up. Now, we have Patrick Clark with us. Patrick Clark is with the you actually the director, the conductor, and the founder of the Southside Philharmonic Orchestra.
That is correct.
What is the Southside Philharmonic Orchestra?
The Southside Philharmonic Orchestra is a chamber orchestra. It's a new orchestra in Jefferson City. It's brand new. We have our first performance tonight, December 16th, in the Central United Church of Christ, which is hosting us. And it is an orchestra made up of some of the finest musicians that I could get to play, and they are so enthusiastic. We're going to do a program of Beethoven, Seventh Symphony, Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker Suite.
Oh my goodness, you really, I mean, you pulled out all the stops.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a great concert and some great musicians. And the Southside Symphony represents a particular neighborhood in Jefferson City. It's the old Munichburg neighborhood, an old German neighborhood. We named it the Southside Philharmonic because they always refer to that neighborhood as the South Side. So it's very local. Most of our players come from Jefferson City, and a number of players are coming from Columbia, and even our bassoonist comes from Kansas City.
Wow.
So they're very fine musicians.
So it's brand new. How long has the group been together and playing together and rehearsing together?
3 weeks.
Okay.
but they've been the planning starts in September. I've had many phone calls with every musician. I know the businesses in town, the owners. My introduction to Jefferson City, I'm 6 months as a resident in Jefferson City. I now know people that you could live there 30 years and not know personally.
Because you have injected yourself into the culture of Jefferson City.
I could sell more Girl Scout cookies than you can imagine. I'd be really good at that.
Yeah.
But I really now know, I know the culture in Jefferson City now.
And you're proud of this orchestra.
I am very proud of this orchestra.
Are you hoping that this will, you will be giving other performances throughout the year?
Yes. Pending a successful first performance, which is almost guaranteed at this point, we are intending to make a concert series at the church, which is generously hosting us, and we'll be programming things like concertos with orchestra. Our players will play them. Invited guests. One of our guests is Gary Sanders. He's a local in Jefferson City for our first concert tonight. And we will probably, we know for sure we're going to do some contemporary music as well, which is a different breed than, say, the Nutcracker Suite.
Right. So how do people get tickets for tonight?
Well, I think the best way, if you want information, is to search Southside Philharmonic Orchestra on Facebook.
Okay. Southside Philharmonic Orchestra. The location is?
Central United Church of Christ at 118 West Ashley Street. You can search that also, and tickets will be available at the door, or you can also get them online.
Okay, or you can get them at the door. What time performance?
7:30 p.m.
7:30. Thank you so much, Patrick Clark.
Thank you, Paul.
Good to have you here. Bye-bye.